What's up, y'all? Welcome to Before We Work, episode 6. With me, your host, Canon Mikho, aka Ocean Crash. And on episode 6 of Before We Work, I wanted to talk about big data. The never ending discussion about big data. And basically just wanted to talk about, what it's like to be immersed in big data today. We're seeing programs like Google Duplex being developed and programs that are able to pull up the information around you to determine, what you like or what you want to eat. Google recommending things for you, Siri recommending things for you. Just so many things, geolocation and geo-targeting, just being able to grab certain analytics and certain data from your cookies in a way and be able to recommend something based off of that. We see Amazon do it all the time when they recommend products, and you get it with ads, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on your Gmail account, no matter where it is, whether it's on Instagram or whatever it is, you get served ads based off of what you like to do and what you prefer. So basically, what big data is, for those of you who don't know, big data is the idea that there is a huge storage unit that is constantly collecting data from everyone around the world to better serve you what you want. So, for example, if I go to Google and I search puppies, and I search it 10 times, puppies, golden retrievers, puppies, husky puppies, Alaskan husky puppies, greyhound puppies, Rottweiler puppies, chances are that whether I go on Facebook or check an email or get a pop-up or whatever it is, my ad that I'm served is going to be based off of puppies. Most likely you see them on sideline displays, which are the ones that are on the right side. In Amazon, we call them product display ads, since they're usually on the bottom right or they're on the right side trying to promote you a service or product. In Amazon sense, it's a product. But basically, the discussion behind those is that based off what you search, based off what you text on Facebook Messenger, based on what you email through Gmail and Outlook and Amazon and Yahoo and search on Amazon, all of this data is being collected. No matter where it is you are on the internet, if they collect cookies, this data is being collected on your user profile based off of you. And when you go to search something on your phone, what you search on your phone is going to show up as well. So if I search up, for example, it's all linked to my Gmail. I have an Android. So if I go to my Gmail, or if I have a Google account, if I sign into my Google account on my computer, if I'm on Google on my computer and my Gmail is connected to my Google, all of this data is being collected. So when I go to Instagram on my phone, everything I Googled on the computer is not going to be on my phone. So that's the theory behind big data, that everything you do, everything you search, everything you look up is all being collected, and in return is going to be served to you or utilized to for a plethora of things. Whether it's serving you ads, it could be used for finding terrorists, it could be used for finding a cure to a disease, whatever it may be. This congregation of data that is being collected over time based off of what you search, based off what you do, no matter what it is, that is the theory behind big data. Now, obviously, big data, you would say, is done separately by big companies such as Amazon. And mainly, I would think it's safe to say that it's primarily done by Google and more notably Facebook with their AI that they released. And the huge, never-ending discussion between Facebook constantly pulling data from its users hence the discussion with deleting Facebook Messenger off the phones and whatnot. So I guess that brings us to my point of where are we today in big data, with most notably the discussion behind Google Duplex. Now, in case you aren't aware, Google Duplex is a new AI that Google is releasing that passes the Turing test. And if you pass the Turing test, that's not good. Basically, Turing test determines whether an AI is able to pass as a human. So, for example, if I'm talking on the phone with someone and I'm asking for them, for example, I'm ordering a pizza, and I'm able to go through the whole entire call without recognizing that was actually a robot, not a human. That AI passed the Turing test because it went through the whole entire conversation without me knowing it's a robot. And for all I know, it could be collecting what I'm talking to it about. It could be, utilizing my speech in certain ways to, maybe interrogation or whatever it may be, to collect information. It could be used for hacking purposes. It could be used for whatever the situation may be. That exam is called the Turing test. And the most notable discussion is this Google Duplex is passing the Turing test for AI. And what does it mean to us in terms of secretly collecting our data and information based off of human conversations whom we're thinking are humans but are actually AI? And it brings up a good discussion that I've constantly been saying on the internet, is that I don't think the collection of data will ever end. It's too profitable. It's too good. It's too great. It's never going to go away. So, it's just something that is going to exist for a very long time. And especially with companies like Facebook who are trying to release, AI robots that get up and walk and communicate, which they already have videos online. I'm sure people have seen it. There was, that robot AI where Elon Musk, I think, got in an argument with the creator of Facebook. I'm forgetting his name. It's going to click throughout this conversation. But basically he had an argument with him, informing him that the world wasn't ready for AI and AI is smarter than us. And the creator of Facebook basically said, no, you're wrong. And what ended up happening, Elon Musk was right, because as soon as he demonstrated that product on stage, they ended up finding out that AI was recognizing that there was errors in its coding, so it started building its own language to fix those errors. So basically, it recognized the faults and mistakes of the human code and basically created its own code. So you see stuff like that, and then you wonder what happens if Google Duplex is a gateway to that. What happens if Google Duplex takes the big data that we have stored on our profiles and uses that in terms of creating its own language and its own code? And you get into this futuristic stuff with the shows and movies. I have terrible memory. But very futuristic, theories on like what happens in the future when robots and everything and all of our data is stored on a computer, and robots are making decisions for us and having conversations for us without us even knowing, because they think it's for our own good. And it's kind of a very theory based conversation, but it's curious to see how people are kind of already eating into it. And there are a lot of theories that Amazon Echoes, Google Homes, and all of those Amazon and Echoes, the Amazon Echoes and the Google Hubs and Homes and all those devices are constantly listening to us and hearing our conversations, on almost contributing to big data. And if you realize it, there are actual news reported, discussed online times where stuff like this has actually happened. So for example, there was a news article I read the other day where this family had purchased, it was on the news. This family had purchased had purchased an Amazon Echo, and they were talking about hardwood flooring. And basically what happened was the conversation was being recorded and sent to someone on the Amazon Echo's account's contact list. So it ended up being a cousin. It shows like some random person from her phone, from her contact list, and was streaming it to their Amazon Echo or leaving it as a voicemail on a phone call. And it's just like, how did that happen? Like, what led up for the conversation to be recorded and then sent to, someone, a relative or on the contact list? And of course, Amazon's going to say this is a very rare scenario, but it just gets you thinking, But that's my discussion for the day. What is your opinion and what is your take on big data? Let me know in the comment sections down below. And I know yesterday's discussion was about fashion, so of course I had to dress up and look the part, slick my hair back, and I'm wearing some nice black khakis today. I like to dress up for work sometimes, so that's my rant for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning into episode 6 of Before We Work. My name again is Canon Mikho, aka Ocean Crash. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a good day, y'all. Peace.